When you pray and ask God to help you make a change in your life, buckle your seatbelt and get ready for a rough ride, because it's going to get rougher from there. When we realize that we have a problem, we have a fault or a weakness that we want to get rid of, how do you ensure that we work on it to make sure that it doesn't continue to surface itself in our lives again? Using myself as example, recently there was a weakness of mine that I noticed. It came to my own knowledge. Naturally, I've always been the kind of person that finds it very difficult to deal with insults, or when I hear something negative being said about me. It usually gives me a lot of issues, but I've never really considered it as a fault or as a weakness until recently, when I overheard something negative that somebody has said about me, something denigrating, something condescending. It worried my spirit for a long time. For more than a week, I kept thinking about that thing I heard. Oh, so this is how this person thinks about me. This is really what is in this person's mind. So this is how she feels. That issue sat on my spirit for a long time. And it was as if the more I dwelt on it, the more angry I got, the more the turmoil in my spirit continued. It got to a point I was tired of dwelling on it. I wanted to get done with it. Like, I didn't want to think about it anymore, but I just couldn't get myself not to. I discovered that I have a fault of sitting with negativity for too long. Because at the end of the day, fine, this wasn't a nice thing for someone to say about someone else, but it was said at the back. The person didn't say directly to you. So that means, as annoying as it is, in order for you to be able to protect your own self, you should be able to let go of it and move on. A lot of us have this issue, not being able to get past the hurt, to get past the wrong things others did to us. It happens to a lot of us. It almost was seeming difficult. It was as if I just couldn't get my mind off of it. That was when I realized that this can be right. This can be right. This has to be a weakness, and I need to get rid of this. That's when it came to me that really, when you want to work on a problem, on an issue, on a weakness you have, what are the steps that you really take? How do you really ensure that you get rid of it? It's not enough to say, well, work on it, I'll be conscious of it, I won't do it again. It's not enough. Because if we're not really going to take our time and work on it, it's going to surface again. I didn't know how else to go about it, because honestly, I just couldn't stop thinking about that thing. The only thing I could do at that point was to pray from the bottom of my heart and ask the Lord to take this thing away from my heart. At this point in time, I think I'm the one who is not even hurting my own self. I'm not even happy with myself anymore. And I want to get to a point where I can think about that person without thinking about the thing the person said that hurts me. But at the time when I was saying this prayer, I hadn't really understood the things that happens when you pray and ask God to help you make a change in your life. What I was hoping for then, I wanted God to use his hand and just take that weakness, that fault away from me. I didn't realize that when you pray and ask God to help you make a change in your life, buckle your seatbelt and get ready for a rough ride, because it's going to get rougher from there. So after I said that prayer, now guess what happens? It seemed as if it's now at that time that everybody now wants to come and tell me, look at what this person said about you, and look at what this person now said. It was as if that was the time I would just overhear people saying things about me. I just pray they want to be able to get rid of this. Why is this scenario now coming up? Why is this on temptation or what? I just couldn't understand it. And a lot of times I fell into that trap back again of going to handle it the same way I was praying to God to help me stop. I didn't realize at that time that when you ask the Lord to help you to change something about yourself, more temptations like that are going to come. The situations that will bring out that weakness will come. The reason why that thing comes is to teach you. It's for you to prove that you are serious about putting a stop to that weakness, getting rid of it in your life. Instead of continuously falling into that trap. It took a while before it began to dawn on me that I think if I'm really serious about this change that I want, when I find myself in such situations where that weakness plays up, I should be able to make efforts to play a part in making it stop. I'm not going to put my mind on these things I'm hearing. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to even, in fact, nobody, don't even tell me. No problem. Somebody said it. Hey, don't tell me what that person said. It's okay. I don't even want to hear it. I had to start making conscious efforts on my own to get rid of that weakness by myself before the help of the Lord started to come. Like, now that you have proven that you're serious about getting rid of this weakness, that is the only time when God's help will now show itself. He will send things that will help you understand why you have that weakness. Because most of the things that we do wrongly, the reason why we do them is because we don't know any better. We don't know the right way to do it. We haven't learned that what we're doing is wrong and this is a better way. So we do it that way we know, without knowing that that way is part of the problems that we have. So for me, one of the ways I usually receive help when I ask the Almighty for help is it comes either a book, it comes through a YouTube video, somebody around me could suggest something that will work. You could just be walking by, maybe on the road in traffic, and you will see a book. The most time you just be going through YouTube and you just see a video with a very relevant title. The title will jump out at you and it will be addressing that same issue you have prayed and asked God to help you deal with. That is how it works for me. So I started to see more of this help coming up. Now help is coming to you to give you more insight, to give you more knowledge, more clarity on what it is you don't understand about life that is making you to make those mistakes. So once you key into that help, your eyes will be opened. I started to understand better why I dwelt on those issues, why I dwelt on those hurts, why it was so painful to me. I realized that when you hear something hurtful someone said about you, the reason why it pains us so much is because we actually have an inflated view of ourselves. We actually overemphasize our own importance in other people's life, our own significance. Subconsciously, we feel like we are something. I mean, why should that person say something about me? Why, for million words, who is she? Who is this? That's how we feel. Because deep down inside, we really feel we are something. But who are you? Who are you that somebody will not say something negative about you? Who are you? Like, don't you say negative things about people? So when someone says negative things about you, then you can't bear it. When my eyes started to open, I started to see the conceit, the self-importance behind our weakness. And the reason why it pains us so much when people say negative things about us is because we think we are too important. So who are you that somebody will not say negative thing about you? That's why it's paining you so much. Because if you realize that you are really a nothing, then when someone says something negative about you, it won't pain you so much. But when you think you're something, you don't like it that people don't like you. People have negative things to say about you. Why does this person say this? Why not? They have a free will just like you. They have their freedom to say what they want to say and think of anybody how they want to think of them. I started to see the stupidity in that, my feeling bad, oh, killing myself, why would this person say this? Can you imagine what this person said? So this is what this person has been thinking about me. And I started to see the stupidity of doing that. So with that clarity, when I encounter such situations next time, I remind myself that I'm nothing. Who am I that somebody will not say something bad about me? Even the president of America, people say they yab him every day. So who am I that somebody will know? Why will I not be angry that I heard something that someone said? I started to learn from there. So next time when you want to make a change in your life and you are very serious, you are ready, say a prayer, ask the Lord to help you make a change, earnestly and seriously. Once you say that prayer, get ready, knowing that it's going to get rough. The situation is going to get tougher. The experiences are going to increase. You will find yourself in more situations that bring out that weakness. Hold on, continue to be strong and show seriously that you want to make a change. Once you have been able to establish that I am serious about making this change, what is going to happen is you realize that help will barrage you. Help will hit you from left, right, and center, from all angles. Help that will give you more insight into why that issue is in your life, why that weakness happened in your life. By the time your eyes are opened, automatically that weakness becomes history in your life. That is my story. That's what I have learned.